Hey everybody, how you guys doing? Welcome back to Gubsretrogames. Today we have a retro game treasure box. So Retro Game Treasure is a subscription service that once a month they'll send you old retro games, and every box is meant for you. Whenever you're signing up, you can go through and tell them what you're interested in. So whether or not you're looking for action adventure, so games like Mario or Castlevania, or maybe arcades, you're looking for something like Pac-Man or RPG, so Final Fantasy and Zelda, or just shooters like Call of Duty. This is the box that they take all that into consideration and they make your box. You can also pick themes, which include would you like the Disney games or the cartoon games, maybe military. And then afterwards, you kind of go through and you select the consoles that you want. I believe I have PS2, Super Nintendo, and Game Boy Color selected for my box. So we'll see how they match up with that. And then you go through and you tell them what type of equipment you have. So if you have the Super Scope for the Super Nintendo, or the mouse for Super Nintendo, or the Zapper for the NES, you can go through, they'll send you games that you can also use with those. They try not to send you games with that if you don't have that equipment. And then finally you go through and you can select the games that you already own. So they don't send you doubles. And pretty much, if they end up sending you a double, you just contact them and they try to help you out and get that fixed for you. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and open this up and see how they did this month. I've seen some videos where, and I'm not putting anybody on blast, I respect what they do, but I'm not going to go over the value. I don't personally care how much these games are worth. I enjoy getting the box, I enjoy getting the variety, and it's a little something for everybody in the family. So that's something I don't mind paying a little extra for, but let's see how they did. So first up, for Super Nintendo, we have a copy of The Lion King. I'm kind of just looking at it off the rip. The label's in really good condition. You usually see damage around the bends here and fading up top. You don't really see that here. And the cartridge itself is in pretty good shape from what I can tell. I'm pretty happy with this. As far as it being The Lion King, honestly, I'm kind of devastated. This is one of the games that I never beat as a kid. It's difficult, definitely. And from what I understand is that was intentional. So, I'm glad I could add this to the collection. I know it's one of those games that are kind of everywhere. It's not too expensive, I know that. But, I don't think I've seen one in this good condition before, so I'm really happy to pick this up. Moving on, we're going to go with Game Boy. So we got Game Boy Color and Scooby-Doo Classic Creep Capers. And again, this one the label's really good. You see a lot of Game Boy Color games with torn up labels or scratched up on the tops. From what I can tell, this is in really good condition. It's clean. It's not overly scratched up. And again, just another game that I'm happy to add to the collection. All right, next we have PlayStation 2 memory card. It is the 8 megabyte, so it's the smaller one, but that's not too bad. I've been getting loaded up with these, not just from these guys, seems everywhere I'm ordering from. So, you can't have too many of these, especially with us trying to add to the PlayStation 2 collection. So I'm happy to have that. And then finally, let's see if I can get this out. That's in there tight. Okay. That was in there tight, guys. All right, so we have a copy of Medal of Honor Rising Sun for the PlayStation 2. And just kind of looking at it right off, it's in pretty good condition. The art's holding up fairly well. It's holding up really well. The case isn't banged up. It's in pretty good condition itself. Let's open this up and check it out. So you can see it is CIB. And I know in prior videos I said I don't really care about it being CIB, and I think it's mostly for the cartridge games. I really like my discs to have everything involved. So, it's too easy not to have it all. But Medal of Honor, you can go through and you can see the manual's in pretty good shape. You know, it's still got the game registration code in it. Flipping the CD over, let's take a look at that. So you can see it's also in pretty good shape. Nothing to worry about. Overall, pretty happy with this box. You got some games that I didn't have, and this one I'm really excited to have, and I'm always happy to add a Super Nintendo game. Another thing I like about Retro Game Treasure is these boxes. Like, how cool is it to have your own little treasure box coming in the mail specifically for you? And it's got, you know, all the classic, you know, Zeldas, you got the Rubies, Tetris. You know, it's just a cool little thing, cool little detail to them. So that was the box this month, guys. I appreciate you guys coming in, and I hope you guys enjoy your games. Later.